Hello and Namaste. I am Ketan Kang from 192 Consulting. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the reasons for rejection of Form ISR-2. Let us revise the concept of ISR-2. So ISR-2 is the details of verification of the bank account with the company and the RTA. It is not only details but also updation if required. So ISR-2 is a double check on the details that are provided by the investors to the company or the RTA while reclaiming their securities. Now, ISR-2 per se is a one-pager form, but the details that go into it are to be meticulously looked after. The first very important detail that has to be mentioned is the name of the investors as per the bank records and the address on it. So the investor has to streamline the KYC details on it very importantly and very meticulously so that the details across the KYC documents and the banks do not mismatch, and so they come correctly on ISR-2. So that is one thing that the investors have to take care of. Secondly, a very important date that comes on ISR-2 is the date of opening of that particular bank account. Now, this date usually is provided by the manager of the branch. Thirdly, the investor has to affix his photograph on ISR-2 and sign below it or across it as mandated by the ISR-2. Then the last part of ISR-2, which is very important, is the certification of Form ISR-2 by the branch manager in which the account of that investor, the saving account of that investor exists. Now, usually the investors go wrong while fulfilling this detail. There are certain fields that are very precisely mentioned on ISR-2. These fields are name of the branch manager, employee code of that branch manager, name of the bank, then the mobile number or the contact number and email address. Now, all these details have to be mentioned very precisely in a legible manner on Form ISR-2. Unless and until that, the company or RTA will not approve and ISR-2 will get rejected. In addition to that, in addition to mentioning these details, it is very important that the branch manager affixes the round stamp of that branch on ISR-2 and signs across the stamp. So the branch manager has to do following things. He'll have to enter his employee code. He'll have to enter the email address of the branch, the contact number of the branch. He'll have to affix the rubber stamp, the round rubber stamp on ISR-2 and sign ISR-2. He has to countersign ISR-2 along with the investor. Additionally, cancel check of the same account has to be enclosed with ISR-2. There are certain protocols to be followed on the check also. As per the new SEBI circular, the check is not only required to be cancelled, but it has to be signed and cancelled by the investor. The account number mentioned on the check and the account number mentioned in ISR form and Form ISR-2 has to match accurately. If there is any typographical mistake or if there is any numerical mistake in mentioning that bank account or those bank account details, then ISR-2 might get rejected. One very important thing that the check must contain is the name of the investor imprinted on it. The spelling of this name should match accurately with the spellings mentioned on his KYC details which have gone into ISR-1, which we've already taken care of. Now, we will talk about streamlining all these KYC related documents in a separate video altogether, but for now, the name of the investor should be mentioned on the cancelled check issued by the bank, and that check should be attached or enclosed with ISR-2. So, let me just summarize or list out the reasons why ISR-2 may get rejected. Point number 1, the details or the date of opening of bank account is not mentioned. Signature mismatches with the other records, signature of the investors I meant to say. Thirdly, details of the branch manager are not mentioned correctly or the entire details are not mentioned over there. Fourthly, ISR-2 is not being stamped or the round seal or the round rubber stamp of that branch or the bank has not been affixed by the branch manager. The branch manager has filled in the details but has not signed ISR-2. The check is not enclosed with ISR-2. If the check is enclosed, then it is not signed. So even if the check is enclosed and if it is not signed, the ISR-2 may get rejected. And lastly, the check is signed, enclosed, but the name of the investor or investors are not imprinted on the check, then ISR-2 may get rejected. So these are the details of why ISR-2 may get rejected. and investors have to be very careful while filling this short yet important form in reclaiming the shares. Should you have any question regarding rejection of ISR-2 or any support on failing of the ISR-2, you may feel free to reach out to us. You can reach out to us by marking your comments in the comment section of this video, or you can also write an email to us on info@192.in. We will be all the more happy to help. Till then, thank you so much.